Welcome to the Comedy MX Classic Comedy Channel. Classic as in Laurel and Hardy, Our Gang, Buster Keaton, and Charlie Chaplin.
Thank you, boys. Where'll you be when I need you?
Right here.
Okay.
I told you not to make that last payment.
Laugh Out Loud Comedy, as in cartoons, TV shows, features galore, or the campy Giant Claw. Chuckle and guffaw the night away as you binge watch CMX Classic Comedies.
Amalgamated bond deal and the Jennings file. I think that you'll find everything in order.
Fine, all right. You've been working very hard. You've earned this little vacation.
I'm going to really relax this time. I've rented a little house down on Long Island, a couple of hours' drive from here, but 1,000,000 miles away from all this, if you know what I mean.
Have a nice time.
Thanks, Mr. Todd. Hello. Oh, hi, Margie. Yes, I'm leaving right now.
Well, hurry up. I'm practically all packed. Wait till you see some of the new things I bought this morning. Oh, Dad, are we going to have fun?
2 wonderful weeks, honey, and the real estate man says it's a little dream house.
I can't wait to get there. Okay, bye. 2 wonderful weeks. Swimming, dancing, lots of exciting new people.
Been for another swim, honey?
What else is there to do? Look, Dad, I don't mean to complain, but the next time we take a little dream house at the beach, couldn't we have the beach a little closer than 2 miles away?
A little walk never hurt anybody.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going swimming tomorrow.
Well, why not?
Because I'm bored stiff, I'm fed up, and I won't be able to swim because there's no ocean in our 10th floor apartment.
But we won't be in New York tomorrow. We have another whole week here.
You have another week here. I'm going home.
I forbid you to go to New York. You're staying right here, and I don't want any arguments. Understand?
Morning, Mr. Albright.
Now you listen to me, Margie, Albright. I'm your father, and... Oh, please listen to me, honey. This is a wonderful old place.
Morning, Mr. Albright.
So peaceful and restful.
Morning, Miss Albright.
Oh, it's a perfect place for your old pappy to get a real rest. So rustic and charming.
Charming.
Oh, well, so it is an old place, but that's what makes it so interesting. Why, they say that this very spot was once used by pirates as their headquarters.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, please, Margie, promise me that you'll stay the rest of the week.
Dad, this place just isn't for me. I'll be okay in New York.
Miss Albright, let me show you something. Right out of your paper this morning. You don't know the history this place has. Listen to this. Lefty Muller, former partner in crime of the notorious killer Tinsman, was released from prison today after serving 15 years for his part in the famous Carter jewel robbery.
Well, what's that got to do with us?
Why, this is the very house that Lefty Muller and killer Tinsman shutted out with the feds. Them's FBI guys.
This house?
Yup. Let me show you something. See these little holes? The taxpayers paid for the bullets that made them.
Isn't that exciting, Margie? Wait until you tell Freddie and Roberta that we lived in the same house where two gangsters shot it out with the FBI.
I'll tell them tomorrow, soon as I get home.
Just a second, miss. I'll bet there's something else about this place that you don't know anything about. Unless you found it yourself, did you?
Found what?
Come here and I'll show you. The folks who had this place 2 seasons ago had a lot of fun working it.
Working what? What are you talking about?
A secret panel. It's right here someplace.
Secret panel?
Yeah, I found it. Miss Albright.
She went right through the wall.
I didn't hear.
Stand still, and I'll fetch her right back. Some contraption, eh? Works from under this picture. Some fun, huh?
Well, let's put it this way. It's the only excitement I've had since I've been here. But I'm still going back to New York in the morning. Thanks just the same.
Well, that's that. I'll have to leave, too. 1 week in town all by herself and anything could happen.
Of course, there's one way to get her to stay. But no, I don't suppose you'd do anything as underhanded as that.
Underhanded? Do something underhanded to my own flesh and blood? You think it would keep her here?
Come on, Mr. Albright. Sit down, Mr. Albright. You know, I own a place something like this, right on the other side of the cove. Young folks get bored over there, too. But I managed to keep it rented. They hate to leave.
How do you do it?
Just like this.
A map? I don't understand.
Well, it seems like the folks that want to leave sort of accidentally happen to find this map. They've already heard of tales of pirates and gold in these parts. So, what happens?
I don't know. I give up.
They stay and stay and stay.
You mean hunting for the treasure?
They dig and dig and dig.
Where would I get a pirate's map?
Make one yourself, like I did.
Oh, I don't know. My daughter's awfully smart.
Well, this is the real, genuine McCoy. Sometimes I let the hard-to-convince ones find it.
A real Spanish doubloon. A genuine piece of 8. Could I borrow it?
You can borrow that coin, keep it as long as you like.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Barnes. Oh, I'll bet this is valuable.
Sure is to me. Rents for $5 a day. Now I'll show you how to make a pirate map. Come on.
Oh, where are we going?
Well, you say your daughter's smart. Well, then we've got to put something in the map that she can find. I usually start with an old tree that they can't miss. Then I figure out where I'd have buried the treasure if I'd have been a pirate.
It's nice of you to help me fix this, honey.
Well, we found the place charming, so we really ought to leave it charming.
Oh, I guess it is pretty dull around here. We'll have a lot more fun when we get back to New York. I'm all packed. Now, let's see, what's this? Oh, dear. Huh. What's this? Oh, it's just an old paper. Here, get this out of here. Now, you hold it from the bottom. Hold it very, very firmly from the bottom there. Hold it, yeah, just a little lower, will you, honey?
Hey, look at this.
Look at what?
That old paper you found. It's a map. I won't go back to New York. You can't make me go back.
If you think I'm going to unpack all my things, you're out of your mind. Now let's get back to the city.
Dad, you told me about the pirates yourself. And that secret panel. It all figures. We can't take a chance on this not being the real thing.
It's ridiculous. Anybody can make a map.
You go to New York. I'm staying here.
All morning long you screamed that you wanted to go back to New York. Now you scream that you want to stay.
A fortune might be buried out there. We'll get a couple of shovels and...
Now, just a second. I'll give in to you again. We'll stay, but forget that couple of shovels routine.
Oh, thanks, Dad. I won't mind digging by myself. I'll even split with you.
Well, thanks, baby. That's very nice of you.
Now, you go to the village first thing in the morning and...
Me? What for?
Well, we can't start digging and give away our secret unless we own the property first.
Own the property? Margie, I'm not buying this place.
A fabulous fortune, and you'd risk losing it? Somebody might see me digging and...
Now, wait a minute. You win. We'll stay. You'll dig. But I'll not buy the house.
Okay, Pappy. You've laughed at this idea since we found the map. So now, little Margie's on her own. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Howdy, Mr. Albright. I just thought I'd stop by to see how things are going.
Take a look.
Eh?
1, 2, 3, 4. Holy mackerel!
I think she hit it the first shot.
She did. She found it.
Why, you're right, Margie. It is a genuine old Spanish doubloon.
You're darn right it is. And knowing you as I do, Mr. Todd, you aren't going to be like my father. You've got a head for business, and this is business. Big business.
From all I've ever read, those pirates didn't play for pennies.
It's almost dinner time. Margie! Still digging. Mr. Todd, what are you doing here?
Hello, Albright, my lad. Meet my partner.
Delighted?
What do you mean, partner?
Your boss, Mr. Todd, didn't have to think twice about buying this place.
Mr. Todd, you bought this place?
Stole it is more like it. 23,000 even.
$23,000 you paid because of the map that I... Oh, Mr. Todd, you can't go through with this. You've got to get your money back. Mr. Todd, you've really got to get your money back.
He's sorry he didn't buy it himself already.
You had your chance, Pappy.
At least let me do the digging. Then you won't be as sore when you don't find anything.
Sorry, Albright. You had your chance. What Margie and I find, we'll split 50-50.
You'll have to excuse us, Dad. We've got a lot of digging to do.
How deep will you go before you give up?
For 23,000, we'll dig till we hit a rickshaw.
Hey, what are they on, Lefty?
I don't know, but me and the killer was the only ones who knew about the stuff. Even the feds didn't find it. But these monkeys are digging too close for an accident.
You want to take them?
You're getting dark pretty soon. We'll sort of stick around. On the sidelines, like they say, huh?
Yeah. Oh, my gag, my boss. $23,000. Oh. Oh. Oh, honey, tell Mr. Todd to stop digging, please, honey.
He won't stop. He made me promise to come right back.
Oh, honey, let's go away from here, far away. Maybe to South America, way back into the hills, the big hills, high hills, hills too high for a man of Mr. Todd's age to climb.
Dad, what's the matter with you?
Oh, I can hear him out there digging. Digging. Oh, digging. Digging every shovelful. I can go through me like a knife.
Dirt. Never saw so much dirt. Take out one shovelful, and there's always more to take its place. Oh, this is ridiculous. $23,000.
Oh, I can't tell you. I can't ever tell you. I'll never tell anybody. Oh, do you think he'll dig all night?
Dad, what's the matter?
Oh, why doesn't he give up? Oh.
Take it easy and nobody gets hurt.
What do you want? Who are you?
Did you find the stuff yet?
The stuff?
Oh, they're playing dumb, Lefty.
Yeah, well, maybe we can wise them up.
Did he say Lefty?
Lefty Muller.
Dad, Lefty Muller, the man in the paper.
Lefty Muller? Oh, this used to be a hideout. We read about it in the papers.
Oh, they read it in the papers. Still playing dumb, Lefty.
Now I get it. You two found out about the map. Well, you're not gonna get it.
Map, huh? So the killer made a map. And the bum never told us anything about it. I bet he was fixing to give us a double cross or something. Give me the map.
One map, coming right up.
Wait a minute. What's that guy from the bottle iodine doing on here, huh?
Isn't that the map you wanted? The pirate map?
Trying to confuse us, Joe. Where is it? Hey, where's the other joke we found in the yard today, huh?
Oh, believe me, nobody's found anything, and nobody's going to find anything.
I found it! I found it! I found it! A fortune in jewels. Margie, Vern, do you see those jewels? Do you see those jewels? Do you see... If anyone touches me, I'll scream.
Mr. Todd signals. 23,000 hike.
Come here, you. I'll get him. Right, Margie. Come here, pass it here. Throw it to him.
Come on. Come on. Now, the losing team will discuss signals in the locker room.
You can't take those jewels. They're ours. Mr. Todd's in mine.
I dug 3 tons of dirt for those jewels.
Correction, dear people. These jewels are the sole property of yours truly. Formerly the property of Carter and Company.
Carter and Company?
They're not pirates.
No, I'm the Captain Kidder in this outfit.
Mr. Todd, Margie, I may just as well tell you. That map, it was just a gag to keep you here. I drew it myself. You found those Carter jewels just by accident.
What? All right, you've cost me $23,000.
I'll pay you back every penny, Mr. Todd. Every penny.
You bet your life you will.
All right, now pipe down and get in there. Now, me and Joe is going to take inventory, see? We'll decide what to do with you later. Just get in there and be quiet. And that's awful good advice, believe me. Get in. Now, just stay put and keep out of trouble.
So Margie's always doing something wrong.
All right, say what you want to say. I admit I made a blunder.
You've been with our company a long time, Albright, but everything has to end. As of right now, you're fired.
Oh, please, Mr. Todd, it wasn't all his fault. I forced him to do it. Look, suppose we can get the jewels. There's got to be a heck of a big reward for anything that big. You could still come out on your investment, Mr. Todd.
It's a deal. But how do we get the jewels?
How do we do it, honey?
Now, let me think. Wait. I think we know something they don't know. The secret panel. Dad, set your watch with mine. You've got to time it so we're ready right on the dot.
What are we going to do?
We're going to cut down the odds. Right now, it's 2 to 3. We're going to make it 1 to 3 and then pounce on the 1.
1 2-carat diamond, first grade.
Check. You got to stay awake with these fences. There are a lot of crooks.
May I have a word with you, please?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, my friends and I have just talked it over, and we've decided that if you'll split with us, we'll show you where the other 2 boxes of jewels are that we found.
2 other boxes.
Yes, well, if you, now this is what we want. If you'll split 50-50 with us, why, anything wrong, partner?
Nothing at all, partner.
Now, really, old boy.
Look, me and the killer discovered this trick wall all by our little selves 15 years ago.
Get ready. You'll have him on there by now. 2 more seconds. Here we go.
I nearly broke my wrist. Swing that chair. Did you get it?
Well, I think it's something else. Look, if we only had a gun, we could... I can do it. I can get us a gun.
How, Margie?
Did you ever see a man who could turn down a pretty girl who thought he was just the handsomest thing there ever was? Stick 'em up.
Wonderful.
No, Margie, no. It's too dangerous. I won't let you do it.
But, Dad, I've got to do it. Why, there's no telling what those men will do. They might even kill us, let's face it.
I've never thought of myself as a dead man.
Don't worry.
But I told you to stay put.
Kind of cold and lonesome in there, big boy. I want some companionship.
Swell.
Pretty good, honey. Now let me show you my technique.
Okay, doll.
$21 carat emeralds, 2nd grade.
Check.
I know it'll work.
It sounds excellent to me. They're right under it.
I won't let you do it, honey, and I mean it this time.
Well, I'm the only one who can do it. You're too big, and Mr. Todd will never make it. I'll just drop the net, and we'll have 'em. When an Albright gets mad, an Albright really gets mad. I hit him with the ceiling.
that's my little Margie. I've been both mother and father to her since she was born. She's grown up now, and you think my job is all done, eh? Well, that's what you think. When she was little, I could spank her and make her mind me. I had control over her. I made her eat her spinach, no candy before meals. And when she disobeyed, I took her roller skates away for a week. But what can you do when a girl reaches this age? She's completely out of hand. I've got a problem, believe me. I've got a problem.
That's my father. I've raised him from childhood. That is, my childhood. He's nearly 50 now, and you'd think he'd settle down, wouldn't you? Well, that's what you think. Today, he looks better in shorts on a tennis court than fellas 25. Girls wink at him, and what's worse, he winks back at them. I want a nice, old, comfortable father. I try to look after him, but he just won't settle down. I've got a problem, believe me, I've got a problem.
Hello? Oh, Dad. Hey, wait till you hear the news. I've got Joe and Minnie out with me for a sunbath.
Margie, baby, you haven't got those fish swimming out of doors with no clothes on again.
Well, you listen. Minnie's expecting.
Well, I wonder what happened.
Well, I'm not sure, but all morning long the snails have been patting Joe on the back.
Well, good. At least we know what to expect. It would have been terrible if Joe had been patting one of the snails on the back.
Joker. What's up, Dad?
Roberta will be out of town for another day. That ought to make you happy. Well, anyway, What?
I don't dislike Roberta. It isn't that at all. I like her fine. But she's not for you, Dad. Always keeping you out dancing half the night like a college boy.
She doesn't keep me out. I happen to like dancing.
Well, it's just not good for you. Roberta's too lively and exciting. Much too wearing for a man of your age.
You'd like her better in a wheelchair, is that it? Oh, don't answer. What I really called about was dinner tonight. Have you got a date?
Not exactly. Why?
Well, it seems weeks since we've had a good old family dinner together, just the two of us. And I thought if you were free tonight, baby, why...
Sounds great, Dad. You've got yourself a date, mister. I'll rustle up something special out of the deep freeze. Swell. Bye now. Freddie!
Miss, I represent the Frederick L. Wilson Kiss Company, Incorporated.
Yes, young man.
You don't have to buy, mind you, but I would like you to try a free sample and see what you think of our product.
Well, why not?
Well, miss, now that you've had a free sample, would you like to order a few?
Back up the moving van. I'm buying the factory. Oh, Miss Odetts.
Young man, if your company has a slightly older man in the neighborhood, I might take a little fry myself.
What happened after I left last night, Margie? The usual argument about me?
Well, Father and I decided to sit down and discuss you quietly for a change.
That must have been a change. How did it turn out?
Oh, we were doing fine until the neighbors started complaining about the noise.
Who won?
Who knows? We never listened to each other's arguments. Shall we try the love seat?
Okay, but I warn you, if you try to kiss me, I'll yell for more.
Freddie, I have an idea.
Well, so did I, but you just pulled out of range.
Well, I'm serious. Dad and I are having dinner here alone tonight.
Oh, great idea. I'll disguise myself as a meatball and work on him from the inside.
What I mean is, suppose you were here, just the three of us. We could sit down and discuss this thing sensibly.
Uh-huh. Freddie has dinner with Margie's father, or how I was killed by a hot potato.
Well, it's worth a try anyway.
Margie, I like your dad. I admire him, but he just won't...
Oh, let's try.
You're a brave girl. Okay, we'll try it. Shall we say 7 o'clock? That'll give me time to arrange for hospitalization.
We've got to change Dad's attitude if we're ever going to have that house in the country. The green vines, the white fence, children, and Freddie, marriage.
Let's not forget the marriage. You can't have a white fence without marriage.
You'd better get back to work.
Yeah, I have to meet Joe Whittam downtown. But before I go, just one question.
What?
How did you like the kiss?
Which one?
That one.
All right. Yeah. Oh, there you are. She's here. Came straight from the airport.
Oh, what are you doing? You don't have to do that. Who just left the airport?
Our biggest account, Helen Cheney. Why, you know her.
Know her? I'll say I know her. The answer is no. Positively no.
But all right, this is business. You don't want to lose our most profitable account, do you?
Listen, Mr. Honeywell, I took Miss Casanova out last year and got the contract. This year, let one of the other boys date her and get the renewal.
Yeah, but she likes older men. She likes you in particular.
You're older than I am. Why don't you date her? Oh, that's what I'd like to do to Helen Cheney.
Good man, all right. A little brutal, but I think she'd enjoy it.
All right. But this is the last time.
Ah, I see an office door. Vernon Albright, president.
You've been seeing that door for years. When am I going to see it?
Well, it'll take a little time. You'll have to advance slowly the way I did.
Your father died and left you the business. If Roberta Townsend ever finds out that
You went out with Miss Cheney?
Yes, if there's one person in the world that Roberta's insanely jealous of, it's Helen Cheney.
Yeah, Miss Townsend's out of town, isn't she?
Yes, but she'll be back tomorrow. I'll have to work fast if I'm going to get that renewal tonight.
Splendid. Good understanding between us, all right. Good relationship. I'll bring Miss Cheney in. And remember, my boy, we're depending on you. So be on your best behavior.
Best behavior? I thought you wanted to get that renewal.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Your best, worst behavior.
Get my daughter on the phone. Hello. Oh, Margie. Listen, baby. I won't be home for dinner after all. What? Oh, now listen, honey. I don't like it any better than you do. Goodbye. I'll call you later.
Come in, Miss Cheney. All right's all in the Twitter.
Vern, darling, it's been so long.
Too long, Helen. Much too long. What lovely perfume.
Perfume? Darling, you don't have to flatter me.
Oh, I'm serious. It's a wonderful scent.
Flattery, darling. Sheer flattery.
Oh, I insist. What kind is it?
Airport washroom soap.
Probably smells so wonderful because it's on you.
I think a compliment as sweet as that deserves a kiss.
Don't mind me. I'll look the other way.
Don't be silly. Just because you aren't in the ball game doesn't mean you can't enjoy it from the bleachers.
I never thought of it that way before. Well, all right. Batter up.
Really, darling. First my hand, now my cheek.
Come on, boy. You know the place.
That one went right down to my toes.
You better keep me in your shoe forever.
What a darling sense of humor. But let's talk about tonight.
Well, I thought we'd go to the Penguin Club for cocktails and then the Colony for dinner.
Oh, darling, I have a much more exciting idea than that.
Excellent. Anything you say, Miss Cheney. Right, all right?
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, then it's all settled. We'll begin tonight in the same place we ended up last year.
Oh, you mean that joint over at Harlem?
Oh, darling, don't tell me you've forgotten. Don't you remember, in your apartment? We arrived with the milkman, and you woke up that funny old lady across the hall from you to come over and chaperone us. Silly boy.
Oh, yes, that was quite an evening.
Pick me up at 7 at the plaza. A nice, quiet dinner at your place, just the two of us, and then we'll talk, huh?
Perfectly charming idea. Just you two, eh, all right?
Oh, delightful. No one to interrupt us, except, of course, my daughter.
Oh. Of course, as the evening wears on and the child becomes sleepy, she'll go off to bed.
Oh, leave everything to Albright. Everything will be perfect.
It's a date, darling. Until tonight, then.
I'll see you out, Miss Cheney. Ah, if I were only 10 years younger.
Don't you mean 30? Don't be late.
Yes?
I'll get my daughter on the phone. Hello, Margie. It's me again. I'm dining home after all.
Oh, that's wonderful. I have a very special reason. What? Helen Cheney, who's she? Oh, that one. But, Dad...
I'm sorry, Margie, but it can't be helped. Now, listen carefully. See if you can borrow Miss Odetts' maid. Service for two.
Where do I eat? In the kitchen? Sure, I understand. I'm sorry. It's just that this spoils everything I had... Well, never mind.
One last favor, baby. Helen Cheney is all the headache I can take for one evening, so if Muttonhead calls...
Muttonhead? You wouldn't mean Freddie, would you?
That's what I said, Muttonhead. Don't let him in the apartment. Tell him he came down with a plague or something. The place is quarantined. Oh, don't argue, honey. This is an important deal. Just for tonight, be a nice, sweet baby and do what Papa says. Goodbye, baby.
Goodbye, Dad. Mr. Frederick Wilson, please. Could I leave a message for him? You don't expect him back in the office today? Well, do you know where he could be reached? It's terribly urgent. Oh, well, thanks just the same. Freddie, please let it be Freddie. Hello, Freddie?
Freddie? Look, Margie, he's all right for kids, but you're a big girl now. This is Bill Watson, to remind you of our date.
I don't remember any date.
Well, I do. I write down important things. And it's for tonight, dinner.
Dinner tonight?
Yeah, at your place. I'll be seeing you, baby. Bye now.
Bill, are you there? Bill? Minnie, I've got a problem. What's Freddie going to say if he finds Bill here? And what's Dad going to say if he finds them both here? What am I going to do? But you've got your own problems with your first baby coming. It's wonderful of you to loan me Muriel for tonight.
Glad to help you, Margie. But tell me, how do you get yourself into these mix-ups?
I don't know. Today has been absolutely crazy.
Reminds me of the time I wound up with 2 dates for a dance.
What happened?
They flipped a coin. Loser had to take me.
Well, thanks again, and keep your fingers crossed for me.
I will.
Roberta!
Hello, Margie. Put the bag in my apartment, Charlie.
Yes, ma'am.
You aren't supposed to be back until tomorrow.
Oh, well, don't say anything to your father. Just put an extra potato in the oven, and I'll surprise him at dinner tonight.
Well, he isn't expecting you.
Well, I hope he isn't expecting anybody else.
Well,
he specifically said we'd have dinner together the first night I was back. See you later, Margie.
Oh, this is going to be just jolly. Oh, Freddie, I'm glad you got here first.
What are you so jumpy about?
Freddie, I've got to tell you something.
Oh, excuse me, but do you want to laugh? Guess who I bumped into today? Bill Watson.
Bill Watson?
Yeah, and guess what he tried to feed me? He said he had a date with you for dinner tonight. I went right along with him, let him think I believed him.
You sure fooled him.
What were you going to tell me?
Well, it's about Dad. He's bringing a client home to dinner tonight, so I'm sorry, Freddie, but you can't stay.
Since when has Bill Watson been a client of your father's?
Oh, Freddie, don't be silly.
I think I'll stick around and find out how silly I'm being. And if Bill Watson does show up, I'm walking out on the 4 of you. You, him, and his 2 black eyes.
But...
Hi, sugar. What's the matter?
Just when did I make a date with you for tonight?
2 Sundays ago in the speedboat.
The speedboat? The motor was making so much noise I couldn't hear a word you were saying.
Oh, now don't give me that. You certainly heard Frank Weber yelling for help when he fell overboard.
I didn't hear him. I just saw that shark spin and knew we hadn't thrown any food overboard.
Well, what's the difference, honey? I'm here and I'm starving. Now, there ought to be something on television. I'll wait in the den.
Oh, no, not the den, the balcony. Get some fresh air.
But, Margie, there's a wind blowing up.
Oh, please, Bill, the balcony. A little wind won't hurt you.
But I don't... Oh, I get it. More romantic out there, huh?
Oh, Bill, you know me like a book. Now, go on. I've got to see about dinner.
Well, how about a little dessert to start with?
I'll be with you in a minute. Hi, Dad.
Margie, this is Miss Cheney. Helen, this is my daughter, Margie.
How do you do? Vern, darling, why didn't you tell me you had a grown-up daughter? Afraid of giving your age away?
Oh, no, not at all. She's 21.
He's 22. He married very young. Dad, may I speak to you a minute?
The maid will take your coat. I'll be with you in just a second. Well, what's bothering you, baby?
Trouble.
Trouble? Well, Muriel is here helping you. I can smell dinner cooking.
That's not all that's cooking. Freddie's in there.
I thought I told you to keep that knucklehead.
Dad, it's all very complicated.
Okay, just keep him out of my sight and we won't have any trouble tonight.
Well, I wasn't worried about you, but suppose Freddie finds out about Bill.
Bill? Who's Bill?
You've never met him. Freddie hates him. He's out on the balcony.
I thought you said he was in the den.
Well, that's Freddie. Bill's the one on the balcony. How am I going to keep them apart?
How can anybody get into such a ridiculous situation? 2 dates in one night.
Hilarious, isn't it? But you'd better save some of that laughter for when Roberta drops in on you tonight.
Well, Roberta's out of town.
That's right. She's out of the town she was in, and she's back in the town you thought she was out, which isn't very good English, but she's coming to dinner tonight, just the same.
What are you saying? Oh, I heard you the first time. Margie, you've got to help me.
Look, Dad, I've enough trouble handling my own romantic problems.
Oh, if Roberta ever gets a load of Helen Cheney.
Now you understand my problem.
You help me and I'll help you.
Look, Dad, if we're going to survive this evening, we've got to help each other.
Well, how are we going to work it?
Well, there's only one way. Freddie in the den, Bill on the balcony, and Miss Cheney in the dining room.
Well, what are we going to do with Roberta?
We'll put a table up in the living room for her. Now, wait, we're going to need some signals. I know. Miss Odetts can take care of that.
First I ring the phone, then I ring the doorbell. Then I ring the phone, then I ring the doorbell.
To be computed on gross rather than net sales. Now, that's our new paragraph C. What do you think?
Simply fascinating, the way it goes up and down, up and down.
Our paragraph C?
No, darling, your lovely mustache.
Oh.
Hey, our hero's getting in quite a jam.
There's a story point coming up. I don't want to miss it. All right, you hombres, reach.
Then I ring the phone, then... My goodness, I've memorized it already. Oh, it's time to start. Yes.
That's the phone. I'll be right back.
Well, we're off. Excuse me, the phone. Howdy.
Judy.
Where have you been? Your dinner's getting cold.
Impossible. How could anything be cold with you in the room?
Well, if you do that every time you come back to the table, you may leave as often as you please.
Well, any time now.
What'd you say?
I said, isn't it romantic out here?
Yeah, windy too. Pass the bread, will you?
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Where are you going?
I have to answer the door.
I didn't hear the bell ring.
It's ringing.
Zippity.
Doodah.
Vern, darling, you've been neglecting me. What took you so long?
Helen, believe me, you've been on my mind ever since I've been gone. Now, let me see. Where were we? Paragraph D.
That's the third load she's taken through here.
Oh, yes, that's Margie's boyfriend. Eats like a horse.
All right, you hombres, reach. Romantic, she said.
There's the phone again.
Sound like the doorbell to me.
Oh, no, it couldn't be.
No sense standing there. They won't answer. Go on in.
Huh?
Hurry up.
Bill, what are you doing?
Well, I was trying to keep my food warm. My coat blew away.
Oh, that's a shame. Hey, you better catch that awning before it goes.
Hello? 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 There's nobody there.
Mr. Honeywell, what are you doing here? Things are complicated enough with
A contract. I just wanted to know if your father...
It's all right. Everything's going to be all right. But please, just stay out of our way. We're working on a tight schedule.
How?
How what?
How come the blanket?
There's a draft for the phone.
All right, you hombres, reach.
Now, this is a very, very important point. Where till I find paragraph D? What did you blow the candle out for?
It's more cozy.
Oh, just like last year.
Just like last year.
Well, this year I'm prepared. Now, getting back to paragraph D, where the renewal differs from the original contract. Now, let's see, where were we? Paragraph E in the fine print.
Paragraph 1?
Oh, sorry, contracts, you know, always on my mind.
Vern, that's the flashlight.
Oh, so it is. Now, why should the girl leave a flashlight on the table? Weird, isn't it?
Now, I'll tell you something else that's weird tonight.
What's that?
I've gotten to a point where, on your feet, I can time them now. Get on your mark, get set, go.
Oh, be right back. How you doing?
I've eaten 2 dinners and walked off sick.
I'll have the contract signed and 2 more trips.
That sounds like Miss Odetts.
You let go of Honeywell.
Miss Odetts, what's wrong? This old goat was trying to kiss me.
What? This woman is crazy. She's out in the hall ringing. How do you do, Miss Townsend? Ringing your doorbell out there. Well, Miss Cheney.
Hello, everybody.
Helen Cheney, what is she doing here? I was invited. How'd you sneak in?
So, he was here all the time. What were you two doing, playing wigwam? You shut up.
Here's your contract. Have Miss Townsend sign it. Least I can write. No doubt. You've got a figure like a ballpoint pen.
Yeah. Well, all right, you've done it this time. You'll never see our pension plan.
I'll teach you to
Bill,
chisel in on me.
Bill, Freddie.
See you around
Freddie,
here.
Bill.
Get your head in.
Then you forgive me completely?
Uh-huh.
Stop circling the block and get on the parking lot.
Well, I guess I'm as good as fired. Mr. Honeywell and Helen didn't seem to think my explanation very entertaining.
Why didn't you tell me about it, dear? I would have understood. After all, it was only a business date. Did you kiss her?
Yes, but my heart wasn't in it.
When you kiss me, is your heart in it?
Heart, soul, gizzard, liver, and the whole works.
Isn't your television program swell?
Yeah, wonderful. All right, you hombres.
Oh, I better see who it is. Oh, let it be anybody but old Honeywell. Oh, Mr. Honeywell.
All right. I thought you'd be pleased to know that Miss Cheney approved the renewal. Seems the old boy has a lot more left in him than I gave myself credit for.